Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan, Stephen Curry. He had an outstanding fourth quarter. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for...
Yeah, I'm watching it. Matt, I'm watching it.
Being on some chill, they be on that rap to pay the bill, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you so, but still so down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie in the vet.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming...
That's me, man. I said LOL and oh my god. I don't know.
About time for anyone telling you off for all your deeds. No
I said LOL and oh my god. I said LOL and oh my god.
Yourself to death. So you gotta fire up.
No, I have you on post notifications. If you post a YouTube video,
It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today.
I know.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. In the last meeting for these two teams, the Spurs came away with the win against the Warriors. That win brought the season series level at 1-1.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was their huge edge on the backboard.
Yeah, the level of energy they had, guys, in the win wasn't matched by their opponents, and that rebounding difference, I think, was indicative of that.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at point guard. Now, here's Curry. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot.
Ooh, that block.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Here's Green. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Aldridge against Bogut. Aldridge dishes to Martin, and the shot is good. Martin's got his first bucket of the night.
And guys, when you watch the Spurs play, it's like watching poetry in motion. I mean, every cut, every screen comes at a precise time, and they play beyond the sum of their talents because of that style.
And that one's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Double team on Parker. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Spurs do have a beautiful play style on their offensive numbers. Show it, Greg. You're right there. One of the most fluid teams I can recall Clark in the NBA with their ball movement.
A joy to watch. I mean, they ended up top 5 in
I think
shooting
your mama
percentage
will
last year,
broadcast.
as well as top 5 in assists.
No, your mama, I don't want. Your mama, I don't want to play Clark right
I would
now.
hope so.
And especially when he caps
No,
it off
your
with a
mama
steady
wants to play Clark.
one-hand jam.
I don't want it.
Here's Curry. Good. Curry's got his second basket.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
There's the dish to Green. The three-pointer, no good.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And Curry, here we go. Thompson from long range. And the shot is good. Thompson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
No.
Parker passes to Aldridge. And he jams it with authority.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against New Orleans.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Well, you're right. I mean, there were a lot of turnovers in that game, some caused by their good defensive play, but some were just carelessness.
A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved it. Yeah.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. So it's the Warriors now after the basket by San Antonio. Up top, Curry, covered by Martin. Parker against Barnes. It's deflected and stolen by Aldridge. And now running up the court. Martin with it, picked up by Thompson. Leonard attacking, and yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Aldridge. West comes in for Kevin Martin. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. 1:33 left to play in the first quarter. They set the screen. Here's Space, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
And he gets it to go.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Here's Livingston. There's the pass to Barnes. It's stolen by West. Leonard attacking. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. That's 7 points for Kawhi Leonard.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Tries it from 9 and misses it off the right side of the rim. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Here is Livingston. 4 seconds left. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. The Warriors shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And here is Ginobili up in time. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And at the end of and Tim Duncan closing in on 2 decades in the league. He talked about his well, Duncan breaking down his love for the game and what keeps him going, not just playing, but still enjoying it at his age.
Man, it's phenomenal to see because Tim Duncan doesn't usually get too introspective with us. Anybody that plays this game knows exactly what he's talking about. And at the level he's competing currently, I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon, that's for sure.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for San Antonio.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Boris Diaw is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Anderson in at the 3. That's the San Antonio 5. Outside Curry. Jacks up a 3, and it's blocked by Anderson. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Martin's checked in for Kyle Anderson. The Warriors lead him.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
There's the 3. San Antonio with the rebound.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
David West, he's checked in for Boris Diaw. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great shot.
That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
And the Spurs with some changes. Duncan, he's checked in for West. And it's Leonard in for Martin. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Curry outside. That's good. Curry's got 7 points.
Boy, they've been leaning on that outside shot a little too much here in the second.
And Clark, it's starting to let him down. They've mostly been off target.
Parker kicks to Duncan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you know what? Last season, Tim Duncan added another record to his growing resume. I mean, he passes Karl Malone as the all-time leader in double-doubles.
With Duncan in the double-doubles record, it says so much about just how he has delivered on the floor, Clark, for so long.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, double-doubles didn't get recorded until fairly recently. Don't let that take away from what Duncan has accomplished. He's one of the all-time greats.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for the Warriors. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Duncan uses both hands to slam it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Pass to Bogut. Outside, Green for 3. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
The Warriors have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Curry. Curry with another miss. The Spurs have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Leonard attacking, and Thompson sends it back. An even 3-on-3 break. Curry with it. He's picked up by Parker. Looking to get it going. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. The number 1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Harrison Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Thompson in for Sean Livingston. And it's Aldridge missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was 3rd in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
Leonard attacking. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. And it's 9 points for Kawhi Leonard. Outside Curry. Launches it. Can't get it to go. Great tee that time from Leonard.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision, and whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates.
Curry against Leonard. The shot by Curry, no good.
No other way to put it, just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Green against Leonard.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
A different look now for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Green, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Here's Leonard. He had 16 points in the win against New Orleans. Ginobili dishes to Duncan. 5 to shoot. Takes it from 10. Leonard, no luck. 1:12 left now here in the second. Thompson left side for 3. And good on the basket. Book it.
I'm not watching your broadcast.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
I'm not watching your broadcast.
Mills with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Duncan down low. Bogut on him. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. And the Spurs with some changes. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Martin subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. Checked in for Bogut. Barbosa comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Mills passes to West. The 3. And Barbosa pulls it down. Warriors leading by 6. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. He dishes it to Barnes. Thompson outside. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Golden State. It's stolen. Livingston kicks to Barnes. Anderson with the block. And so that's the end of the first half.
Thank you.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They showed their superiority in the second quarter and got well out in front, taking a 9-point lead into the locker room at the half. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden? And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Terrific game for Thompson. He has 11 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in the small forward position.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
And you need the...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Go back to when Steph Curry was in college. More of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
Spurs trail by 10. And Curry, certainly, Clark, a magician with the ball in his hands. He can really supply the terrific handle, razzle-dazzle moves, crossovers. He has it all.
He sure does, but on occasion he can be a little loose with it and turn it over some.
All right.
That's been a focus both by him and the coaching staff. Attack, but do it with precision.
And stolen by Barnes.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it. Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
They double-team Curry. Leonard with the steal. Deflects the pass. Now Curry. 15 points in the game. Barnes kicks to Bogut. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Martin.
And, you know, looking at...
What happened?
Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Barnes. Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
It's Curry outside. No luck. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Outside, Green. Dishes it to Leonard. To the paint. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Aldridge. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Good.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
San Antonio calls timeout. for San Antonio. Diao comes in for Kevin Martin. And the Warriors also making a change. Barnes is checked in. Parker with it. Now Green defending. Duncan kicks to Diao, and he goes in for the jumper.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jen. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
It's Curry outside, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That is his first foul of the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Parker dishes to Green. Back to Parker. Shoots from the elbow. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Curry against Duncan. Barnes passes to Thompson for the 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Knocked loose. And it's the Warriors on the break. Green against Curry. The 3. They grab their own miss. Lets the 3 fly, and that one's good. Curry's got 14 points now in the second half.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
It's Parker with the drive. Here's Diao. Green with the block, and he gets it back. Leonard dishes to Diao. Curry with the steal.
I'm trying to find your mom.
1:37 left here in the third quarter. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Anderson comes in for Boris Diaw. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
The Warriors have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Green.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
And the stuff by West.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
And David West gets the whistle that time.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
Barnes against Anderson. And that one's good. Barnes. Barnes has got his first points of the night.
They're straying away from the three-point game. That's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Mills. And another shot. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second
Move
chance
out my
opportunity.
way. Oh
You
my
know, that
God.
just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the
Yeah,
glass.
I got 4 points on you. And he burns. I bet.
And here are the Warriors now. And here's Barnes for 3. And the release was...
No matter what you do.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back.
Brooke boy. What? He got his own rebound. I gotta play Park.
Warriors leading by 8. Anderson is out there with West. Then there's Martin. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Green. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Green's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Warriors. And San Antonio shooting it really well.
Dude,
54%
the one
from the
kinda has a
field.
private court. Like there's only 3
Mills
courts open.
passes to West.
There's 3 courts going. Shot clock.
It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Duncan, he's checked in for West. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Kyle Anderson. Daniel Green, he's checked in for Kevin Martin. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. It's stolen by Green. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Finishes the break with a slam.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
What
And
the
we've seen
heck?
those
Dude,
kinds
these
of
are not like
plays
this
get them
ball.
fired up in the past.
Here's Livingston. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Leonard kicks to Parker. The 3. The Spurs rebound. Duncan dishes to Parker. Green with the block. And up the court come the Warriors on the break.
What the
And
heck?
it's sent back by Aldridge. And he gets it back.
I got
Takes a 3.
points.
And Spates with the basket on the assist by Barbosa.
Bro,
And the Warriors lead by 11.
he made-
And they
dude,
clearly are
Matt,
just destroying this group
Matt.
right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out
Matt,
trying
me
to
and my
stop
body
the
was
three-point
just
shot,
going.
and still haven't been able to do it.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what
Take
Greg
over,
Popovich
Ryan.
was saying
Take
to
over.
his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively, saying, listen,
Yeah.
let's make the simple play. Take care of the basketball. We can't afford to waste any possessions.
Yeah.
Guys, can they clean it up?
Curry outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Oh,
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Boston Celtics. And it's sent back by Bogut. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Green with the ball. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And stolen by Aldridge.
It's really been a tale of two halves. Basketball immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Woo! What is Jesus?
Has to rush. Deflects the pass. Leonard with the steal. Here's Green, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blows. And Golden State gets called for the foul. And that free throw, no good. And the Spurs making a change here. Ginobili's checked in. And he sinks the second.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense.
Leonard against Curry. That's good. Curry's got 16 points here in the second half.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Takes the three. The rebound by the Spurs. Aldridge has got his fourth rebound in this one. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bogut. Curry against Leonard. And Curry, here we go. Count that one. Curry's got 4 points in the quarter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Fires the three. The shot is off. Great D that time from Green. Here's Parker. Green with the block.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Curry with it. Now Green defending. And Curry, here we go.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on it and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot off.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Barnes, who's checked in for Golden State. Spurs trail by 15. Here's Marjanovic. Passes it to Mills. West kicks to Mills. Offensive rebound, Spurs.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
They get it back to the wing right side. No one near Curry as he lets it go. No good on the triple.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Green with a screen for Curry. From the arc, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
95.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 13. 1:14 left in the fourth. Spurs trail by 13. Ginobili outside. West kicks to Mills. West outside. And Ginobili. Here we go. The shot's good on the assist by West. 6 points for Ginobili.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
They double team Curry. He's looking for Bogut and finds him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From about 19 feet, Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 33.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Anderson against Barnes. And here are the Warriors now. Now here's Curry. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good. So we...
Yes, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. He came out of the locker room at halftime and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert his will. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny's...
Vengo en busca de respuestas con el manojo lleno y vengo como un libro abierto, ansiosa de aprender la historia no contada de nuestros ancestros, con el viento que dejaron los abuelos y que vive en cada pensamiento de esta amada tierra. Quien sabe cuidarlo es quien de verdad la quiera. Vengo para mirar de nuevo, para ver los sitios y despertar el ojo ciego, sin miedo, tú y yo. Descolonicemos lo que nos enseñaron con nuestro pelo negro, con pómulos marcados, con el orgullo indio en el alma tatuado. Vengo con la mirada, vengo con la palabra, esa palabra hablada. Vengo sin temor a no perder nada. Vengo como el niño que busca de su morada la entrada al origen, la vuelta de su cruzada. Vengo a buscar la historia silenciada, la historia de una tierra saqueada. Vengo con el mundo y vengo con los pájaros. Vengo con las flores y los árboles, sus cantos. Vengo con el cielo y sus constelaciones. Vengo con el mundo y todas sus estaciones. Vengo agradecida al punto de partida. Vengo con la madera, la montaña y la vida. Vengo con el aire, el agua, la tierra y el fuego. Vengo a mirar el mundo de nuevo. Vengo con mis ideas como escudo, con el sentir humano, a vivir este mundo donde el hombre nuevo busca el contrapunto. Vengo como tú, en busca de la huella, de la pieza del árbol y de su corteza, que guarda en su memoria que el canto de victoria cuando vimos de la tierra lloramos con tal euforia.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. The action tonight will be happening out in Los Angeles, where the Clippers will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they're currently holding on to the best record in the league. Not the conference, the league. They've been head and shoulders above the competition this season. A few moments here before we start the game, let's talk shooting guards. Kenny, some have said the talent at that position is the weakest it's been in some time. Which young shooting guards do you think are poised to fill that void?
Well, James Harden's already there. You know, we're talking about Kobe and D Wade's departure as
Oh my God,
take them back.
Yeah, 94. As the preacher takes the pulpit, fix your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's ways and hang-ups. Chris and Ryan again, and wishing anybody who isn't wishing us well bankrupt. Whatever else ain't up. As far as me, I'm still caught up in all the.
Yeah.
Let's take them back.
Dude.
Live from Los
Your mama
Angeles,
had more boards
proudly
than
bring you the Clippers
Senate.
at the Staples in their last game.
He missed the green light. He missed the green light.
A loss to the Celtics. A real closely contested game. They could. Come up with a couple of. Key baskets and they lost. By 3.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get that thing squared away.
Now Golden State's starting 5. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. He has the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Outside, Pierce. Pass to Redick. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
I like that, getting their offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Yeah, high percentage shot, and the more points you can get inside, I think the better off they'll be as the game progresses.
Now here's Curry. 29 points for him last game against Boston.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates. And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Such a wide open look. Redick's got 6 points.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Curry against Paul. Beyond the arc. The shot by Curry, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The dish to Redick. Back to Paul. The drive by Jordan, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
On defense, the Clippers. 4-point game. Last time in Oakland, they lost to the Warriors.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
And Greg, the foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
L.A. has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. And former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well?
The Warriors shooting their first free throw tonight, and so he hits the technical free throw. Here's Thompson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin. And a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent. Are you done yet?
And Redick kicks to Paul. Here's the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Curry outside. They get it back. Thompson outside. Curry with it. He's picked up by Jordan. It's Bogut with the drive. Can't hit from in close.
And Thompson last season set the record for most points ever in a quarter with 37. Made all 13 shots and 2 free throws and finished the game with 52 points.
Redick against Curry. Again, Curry missing. Los Angeles leading by 4. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Paul kicks to Redick. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And Thompson making all 9 of his 3-pointers in that game. I mean, that was also a record, the most 3-pointers in a quarter. I think that performance sealed his place among the All-Star reserves.
Paul with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Redick. 6 points for him. Pierce inside the three-point line. Again, Pierce missing.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Here's Curry with the three. Another miss by Curry.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Now here's Paul. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. It's deflected. It's stolen by Bogut. Here's Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach. And well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, you know, he played, as did Blake, for their dad, Tommy, in high school, and they were... terrific high school players and four-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. Doesn't hurt to have a dad also who's a pro player either, and also a college coach.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
We've got Crawford. Green is out there with Cole Aldridge. Then it's Johnson, and it's Rivers in at the one. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well, should I try to get 90 over? Clark could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Dishes at the rush. 5 on the clock. There's Green with the three. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Ooh. She's looking.
Come here. Here's a look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Spates. Harrison Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And he gets it to go.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside, he can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
Curry against Paul. Curry is inside. Missed inside.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the wide open shot from Redick.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much. He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Now here's Curry. 7 points in the game. The feed to Bogut. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Bogut's got his second bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Curry with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Griffin with the steal. And Redick kicks the ball. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Not.
Paul's got 5 points so far. Curry attacking. Paul with the steal. Redick for 3. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
They double team Curry. Bogut dishes to Green. And that one's good. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The moment track artists on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate the top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Cole Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Here is Paul. He has 5. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but it just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. It's Curry with the drive. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And now the Clippers on the break. Pierce with the ball. Redick with the bucket.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Curry against Paul. Griffin with the steal. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Griffin.
I don't refill that,
and now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
I don't refill the
straight make off an assist.
I don't refill the other
ball
stuff.
movement
To the middle. And finish.
Defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bogut with a screen on Pierce. It's Curry with the drive. And the wide open shot from Green. Another 3 for Golden State.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Paul with the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 3rd rebound on the night. It'll count. Got it off in time, but it's in a pretty tight.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good
All
right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it.
Shut up my foot again.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. DeAndre Jordan has been sensational.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. He has the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the center, locking down the middle.
Well, you see Blake Griffin, and he is known for his huge dunks and ability to score, but he is a very well-rounded power forward. He's one of the best power forward passers in the league.
Paul with the ball, picked up by Thompson. Paul kicks to Redick. Pass to Griffin. Jordan the screen, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And for Griffin in his passing, often you'll see him set up teammates, Greg, for easy looks and dunks.
And with the amount of times that teams have to double team Griffin, that's huge. I mean, even when he's not scoring due to defenses focusing on him, he can still impact the game with his passing.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Ball against Curry. The pass to Bogut. Back to Curry. Feeds it to Bogut. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's Pierce on the wing. Here's Paul. Great touch on the 16-footer. Paul's got 9 points.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor.
Get it all the way to the rim.
Get into them on the perimeter.
Warriors leading by 3.
And make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. They double team Curry. Bogut the pass to Green. 14 feet away. Can't get it to go. The Clippers go the other way with it. It's deflected. It's stolen by Bogut. Curry with it. Chris Paul covering. Got a piece of it. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Green with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Barnes. Thompson outside. He dishes it to Green. They get the rebound. Back to Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. To the inside. And the dunk by Barnes.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Well over 2.5 a game in his career, and Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged play.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Here's Curry with the 3. Good work defensively by Paul. Clippers trail by 5. Outside, Pierce. No good on the 3. Warriors have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Curry with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. They double team Curry. Thompson against Redick. Bogut drives in. 5 on the clock, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Stolen by Barbosa. And it's the Warriors on the break. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch four-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
Warriors leading by 9. 1:04 left to play here in the third. Livingston, the shot no good. Jordan with some nice D. LA's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value-utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
Clock at 6. Here's Livingston, and again, no good by Golden State. Clippers trail by 7. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Green, and now it's Livingston running. He can go all the way. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Unloads. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And we've reached the end of the... Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Here's Rivers. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Cole Aldrich. And it's Rivers in at the point. The free throw drops for Jeff Green. And guys, Jeff Green, by every measure of athleticism and skill, should have become one of the game's better small forwards, but inconsistency has plagued him throughout his career.
And Kevin, I always go back to something my college coach told me. The mental to the physical is 4-1 in this game. And so through those 7 full seasons, he's teased everyone with that talent. And then it does suddenly disappear. And there's no other way to describe it other than the fact that it is mental. He hasn't been able to sustain it in terms of the consistency, and that's why he hasn't fulfilled his potential.
Paul with the 3. Rebounded by Bogut. Warriors leading by 5. Outside Curry. They double team Curry. Bogut dishes to Green. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Paul with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. And they'll keep possession. And here is Paul. 4 on the clock. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Curry kicks to Barnes. Thompson outside. He feeds it to Bogut. Barnes with it. Shoots it up. And too long on the shot.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Kicks to Griffin. Lets it go from 11. Warriors with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. An MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was the head of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Thompson outside, shoots the 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 12.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
And with the award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP.
I don't want us to take some shots with hands in our faces.
His team was up by so much, he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Get our shooters.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Warriors leading by 10. To the right side. Outside, Green. He kicks it to Curry. From deep three-point range. Redick with the rebound. The Clippers running out of time. And stolen by Barnes. Launches the 3. Again, Curry missing.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
And the Warriors miss again.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And that one's good. And the Warriors lead by 9.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time. Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
To the paint, and Thompson kicks to Barnes. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. For the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Mbah a Moute. And it's Blake Griffin in for Jamal Crawford. Blake Griffin. Curry outside. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Thompson with it. Chris Paul covering. Curry wide open. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
Thompson outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Maurice Bates, Brandon Rush, Leandro Barbosa.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Paul kicks to Redick. Will it go? And it's Spates with the rebound. To the wing right side. It's Rush outside. That's good.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's Draymond Green.
I thought this performance he needed to do.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Sacramento Kings going up against the Spurs out in San Antonio. Not a lot to complain about for this San Antonio group right now. They've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. And for all those teams that have wrapped up playoff spots, Shaq, what can we expect from them strategically here at the end of the regular season?
Well, for the top team, Ernie, it becomes about securing home court advantage. You want to be peaking at the right time heading into the playoffs. We've seen a lot of teams, Ernie, start off strong. Where are they now?
Do you want rest if you're a frontline player, if you're a guy who's playing a lot? Do you need some rest before the playoffs?
You know, a lot of people answer that question, and if you played more than 8 years,
We've got NBA AT&T.
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano, siamo fatti di sogni che non ci fanno.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody.
There's a buzz here in San Antonio, Texas, with another sold-out arena. It'll be the defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors taking on the San Antonio Spurs. You look at San Antonio, they are 4 games off the lead, definitely in the playoff picture.
And I think for San Antonio, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season, from afterthought to title contenders.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Barnes and Green of the forward set. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Bogut in at the 5, roaming the paint. Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
And here are the Warriors now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, and the foul trouble coming down the stretch. You know, they didn't have the guys on the floor you'd like to have out there, nor could they be as aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and because of the foul trouble, they really didn't want to incur more foul trouble, so they backed off and became passive, and that's no way to play defense.
Thompson outside. Pass to Bogut. Takes the 3. Another miss by Curry.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Now, here's Aldridge. An 11-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
It's Curry outside. Another miss by Curry.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Now here's Leonard. Against New Orleans, who is really on his game.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Warriors trail by 4. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. It's Parker with the drive. Passes it to Green. Back to Parker. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. Hits the jump hook.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Well, the Spurs just don't go on losing streaks very often, Greg. One perk of being a talented veteran group.
Yeah, how about the Spurs lost 4 games in a row twice last year. Over the last decade before that, Kevin, they had only lost 4 games in a row twice. Unbelievable.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Green. Rush comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Warriors trail by 5.
And you look at the Spurs and how they avoid losing streaks. I mean, most teams losing 4 in a row wouldn't be such a big deal. It's only a big deal for the Spurs because they're so consistent year in and year out.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
Now here is Barbosa. We saw him with 10 points last game. Kevin Martin grabs the board.
And guys, for the Spurs, a big reason they rarely go on losing streaks is that they have no bad matchups. One of only 3 teams in the NBA last year to defeat every other NBA team. Winning for this group is just second nature. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Kevin, that's beautiful. With the guy all over him, the fadeaway was about the only option he had, and he cashed in on it.
Pass to West. Feeds it to Diaw. It's stolen by Bogut. There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Livingston. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
Well, he knew how to face it. Good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Here's West. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And now Martin pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way.
And the ageless one, Tim Duncan, just a remarkable career. His teammate, Tony Parker. It's both unbelievable and amazing, you'd have to agree, talking about Tim Duncan and how he, Greg, continues to stay near the top of his game.
You know, Kevin, they say nobody has ever defeated Father Time. But you know what? There have been a couple of bigs that you'd have to say are the exceptions. Kareem being one, and then obviously now what Tim Duncan has been able to do over the course of his career. Just unbelievable.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. West is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Green in at the small forward position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
And you know, guys, Manu Ginobili's relationship with Greg Popovich has been really interesting over the years. In the beginning, Pop obviously had a rigid system. Ginobili played with a lot more freestyle and freewheeling nature. The two clashed heavily early on, as one might expect.
Thompson from long range. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Bogut. Bogut's got 9.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Green against Ginobili. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
And the Spurs making a change here. Duncan's checked in. Parker outside. It's hauled in by Bogut. Bogut's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Curry with it. Leonard picks him up. Barnes against Duncan. 6 to shoot. Barnes can't get it to go. Spurs leading by 6. Parker outside. Rebound Bogut. Bogut's got 4 rebounds in this game. On up the court. And the dunk by Barnes.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And the shot is good. Aldridge has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket. And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team.
Hey, boy, up on the land till I die.